Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If I pause for a minute or anything, it's only because I'm letting other people in. Um, Bobby and I are in a hotel tonight, not by choice. You know, it's 97 degrees last I looked here in Florida, and our air conditioning went out. So, so we decided to check into a local hotel. You know, it's a Marriott, it's nice, but man, when you travel as much as I do, you like to be home sometimes. And we were coming off a pretty rough stretch. So hopefully it's fixed tomorrow and everything's good. But it is cool in here. Actually, I have a sweatshirt on because Bobby wanted to make up for the hotter temperature we went through. It freaks me out. So, but I'm sure everybody can relate with the no air conditioning. So always fun, always a journey. You got to be laughing through all of it and just enjoying life. And we're so lucky that, you know, with what we do, it's not really an inconvenience at all. So we're going to be working off one computer tonight because if we put the two on in here, we have that echoing back and forth and we both can't talk and stuff. So, you know, I'm really just going to welcome you all. I'm glad you're taking the time on a Sunday night. So important to get training. And I know the training that Bobby has set for tonight. It's a really, really good training. So important that we get this training. And if we can, you know, even in person, get together with some local people. Doesn't always have to be a big meeting. I mean, if you can get together with a few people, even do it online, you know, that camaraderie is so important, ideas and stuff. But one of the announcements is July 20th. You all know that's the virtual. They are looking for people that want to do watch parties. And again, a watch party can be you and one other person in your area. If your area is not doing, you know, in-person meetings all the time, they're actually going to do a Zoom about a week out before that watch party for those that are want to join that, want to do you know, a watch party together and stuff. So they'll give some instructions and you know, I'm sure some of the bigger meetings they want to try to get corporate out to and maybe some freebies to give away or whatever. But you know, really important that you kind of do that. So again, that's July 20th. It's not really far off when you think about it. You know, we got maybe what, 6 weeks, 5 weeks. So we want to make sure that we're registering for that. The registration is free. So there's not a reason that everyone shouldn't be registered for that. So go ahead, register that, put it in your calendar. You know, they didn't give us a time on the executive call the other day, but I do imagine it's going to be 10 Mountain, you know, and I'm sure it'll just at least block out 2 hours. But, you know, depending on where you are, maybe you want to do a breakfast before, breakfast with it. Have your people, a little bit of housekeeping, have your people there earlier. You know, if the meeting starts in your area at 10, don't tell people to be there at 10 because you know everybody's notorious late. So, you know, make something up, you know, you want to do a little training, a little networking, you know, an hour before or something. Get people there earlier so that, you know, they're not just walking into you know, the virtual as it's starting up, because like I said, you know, people, even when they want to come in, they want to say hi to everyone, then they want to grab something to eat and it just makes it a mess. So, you know, tell people to be there a little bit earlier than that. I don't know how many of you, saw, you know, our business is really, you know, about really selling product, sharing product, you know, giving information about product. The hub now has a social media training, which has a lot of different videos there. So, you know, for me, I always go to my best place to go for a lot of videos. If I'm going to steal them a lot of times is if you go to YouTube and you just type in LifeVantage and then type in LifeVantage and a product name, type in LifeVantage and opportunity, you can get a whole bunch of stuff. But they continue to fill out that hub.lifevantage.com. So every once in a while, take a peek at it. If you've got a new person, this is the person I'd really put in there, a new person, because it's walking them through, you know, ITT, where are the Facebook pages, you know, what videos they suggest. And of course, you know, you as the leader need to direct them to what you think is best as far as videos. But there's a lot of good stuff in the hub, particularly once you get under training. So if you've got a new person, you definitely want to be, you know, having them look at that so that they can get all that information, because we don't have time. As you add more and more people to your business, we're not going to have time to be able to sit down with everyone, and you know, some of it has to be that they do it when they want to do it and when they have time to do it. That's the real beauty of this business. And, people need to realize as we go into this economy in particular, it is so easy for us to do this business compared to other types of businesses out there. It doesn't matter whether you even think of something like Uber, or you want to be a real estate agent, or you want to try to do something spare time, part time. I tell you, we've got a friend who is doing some kind of like pharmaceutical sales, but she's doing it online for a large company. And I tell you, she's got a work from home position, which you think everybody wants these days. But man, they have her tied to her desk. She gets exactly 15-minute break in the morning. They have exactly her lunchtime. She needs to be on camera. So like, she's home, but if her dog needs to go out, she can't even break away to take her dog out. She can't change a load of laundry. She can't multitask, which is what a lot of women do so well. She can't even do any of that. She's just literally tied to that desk when she's supposed to be on. So, that kind of, you think about employees, a lot of times we have to, and it's funny, I was just kind of going back and forth. I do emails and texts every Sunday night, because when you think about the employee mentality, as they get into Sunday night, they're already kind of hating going back to work tomorrow and the grind of the week, and always, they always look forward to the weekend and stuff. So a lot of times when you do these opportunity emails and texts, Sunday nights are really good times. And, people will, let me let this person in, people will be more proactive with you, and just because they hate their job, they hate what they're doing and stuff, because they're a servant. Employees are really servants. They tell you, when you're going to be there, when you're going to take your break, when you're going to take your vacation, how much you're going to get paid. And we all know, the cost of goods is increasing that much more than the rate of salaries. This is the stuff you need to get people to own up on. This is the stuff you need to keep reminding them that, and you can just say it in a general thing. You don't need to direct it at a person, but you can just say, hey, you know that the cost of living is rising that much quicker than anybody's salaries are raising. And that's how we get them to talk about what's going on, and even those people that are self-employed, traditional businesses, a lot of them are slaves to their business. I think of Bobby, when he had his frame factory, he worked 80 hours a week to hopefully get paid for himself. I mean, it's just having your own business or opening up some type of business. We kind of, traditionally have applauded that type of person, but it's really not a good thing. There's no glory in it. You spend all your time working, and you don't get the time that we get, the time freedom that we get, particularly as we build this. So, here we're educating people on an opportunity, but we're also selling or almost like a rope. We're throwing them a rope or a lifeline so that they can get out of that grind that they've been doing for so many years. But we are truly, truly a misunderstood industry. People do not understand what we do. They base it all on selling a product. And Bobby's going to talk a little bit about that. Our gem ranks are super important. From the minute we heard it, Bobby and I swore we're going to be diamond all the time. We're never going to be anything less than diamond, because when our company sets goals, they're not telling you have to do certain things, but you always want to be achieving these goals, whatever they are out there. So, we're kind of selling hope to people, educating people that, this is a business of hope. This is a way that you can change your life. This is a way that if you didn't plan for your kids' college education, and that's gotten super, super expensive, that's a way you can make up for it. If you failed to plan for retirement, this is a great retirement plan compared to anything. And you could say, well, how much do you have in the bank? If you've got $1 million and you're getting the 5%, you've done the figures. But if you're starting to talk more opportunity, which you should be, that's a good thing. Know those figures, because you'll see after you talk opportunity. I have one guy I was talking to, probably not an ideal candidate. In fact, we were going back and forth. That's why I was just thinking of him. And he does some kind of big truck maintenance on a lot of different trucks and stuff. Probably not what I would look to work with, but we've been going back and forth. But he needs the health benefits. So maybe he won't do the business, but he's going to need the product. He needs the product. He's told me all the different diseases and things medical issues that he's got going on. So you just don't know who you're talking to, but it's really hard a lot of times to go the other way. Women will do it because we see results. And then if they see another person's results, then they'll ask, and then can I sell this stuff and all, but start with the opportunity, because that will accelerate your business that much faster. That's how you're going to get people to help you build and all. So we need to get excited about the product, but so excited about our opportunity. I'm going to introduce Bobby. He's going to talk a little bit about this, the 2-in-1. He's going to get into that. But we just went out to eat because obviously we're not in our house. We're in a hotel. If you just joined us a little bit later, we don't have any AC, so we went and got a hotel room, and so we're not even on 2 computers. We're trying to share 1 computer, and well, we just ran out of the house fast. So as you can tell, I have a sweatshirt on because Bobby's got it so cold in here. But we just went out to eat somewhere, and the lady, and Bobby can finish this story. The lady was so excited. Bobby wanted one type of beer, but the lady sold him on something totally opposite. Do you want to know why he bought this other beer? Because she was so excited about it. And he said, all right, I'll give it a try, because she was passionate about it. She was excited about it. It was nothing that he was looking for, but he bought it because she was excited about it. She had a smile on her face. She was excited about it. So think about when you share these products, ladies, if you don't have in my bag at any time, I do not do a really small bag. I always kind of do what, you call an envelope bag at least, because I want my postcards in there. I want my little business cards in there. I want to be able to share stuff in a minute, in a second with somebody. If the right person just gives me the little bit of inkling, I want to be super excited about my products and share my opportunity. They both need to go hand in hand. Shame on you if you're not sharing opportunity and products. But Bobby's going to go through some numbers, and he's going to show you why, 2 and you are so, so important. So Bobby, do you want to come over here? And I'm going to just slide this computer over, pardon all of this, but at least we're getting it done, right?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Yeah, life's an adventure, but you know what? When adventure comes, you can make it fun. It doesn't have to stink, and this cute girl was the epitome of what our business is supposed to be. She was waiting on us. I had asked for an IPA, a blonde ale. They were out of it. And she was just so passionate about something that had a jalapeno mix to it. Now, remember, this is beer, okay? But she was so excited about it that I just couldn't say no. And I said, can I try a shot glass of it first? And she said, oh, absolutely. And brought it over. I'm saying, wow, this is good. And there we go. And I'm thinking, this is our business. Okay. The only thing that matters in our business is, number 1, did you bring it up? And number 2, are you excited? And that's it. That's how it works. And I was just laughing I'm like, they could have given me a chart with 100 beers, and the one with jalapeno in it would not have been the one I picked. Okay. It just would not have been the one. And it just had a little kick. It didn't taste like jalapeno. It just had a little kick to it, like doing a shot of tequila, a little kick to it. And, it was great though. But what I want to share with you is, tonight, I had mentioned it last week about this business is all about, you and 2. But I want to apologize for something, because I pride myself in being a numbers person. Okay. And when the company came out with these slides, and I'll bring slides up in a second, when they came up to it, you kind of, and this is the whole Evolve thing, okay, which is a little over a year now that we've been doing in the United States anyway, that we've been doing the Evolve thing. And honestly, sometimes April and I forget that we have 32 years experience and the company doesn't. Okay. And sometimes we forget that. Okay. And the people that we work with at the company have never built what we have built. Okay. They haven't done it. They have jobs. Okay. And they're good and they're helpful and everything else. And that's not a knock. They chose a network marketing profession, a career from the corporate side. They chose to do it that way. We chose the entrepreneur side. okay, to be self-employed. So all of us, we're self-employed, okay, we're entrepreneurs. They chose for the salary and whatever corporate benefits go with it, okay? That's what they chose. So when they come up with something, it's they mean the best, and obviously they get a lot of advice from professionals on the outside, consultants, and the company hired consultants. We were in a meeting, when that happened a year and a half ago. But the reason I'm saying I want to apologize is because what I'm going to share with you now, I should have been sharing with you 6 or 8 months ago. And I thought about it today, and I'm like, well, we were so in the beginning of Evolve that you didn't really have a chance to dissect it and look at it from a couple different angles until you had time to do it, and what I'm going to share with you, the big mistake that I feel we made is that when we saw you become diamond and you get 2 diamonds, you know how that it goes to that, and you make your $1,200 and then you make your 10% on them, and I'll show you in the slides. But what it doesn't say is we start on day 1. The slide indicates we start when we become diamond. And what we should be doing is starting on day 1. Okay, so let me bring the slides up and walk you through, because I want you in the right frame of mind as I share this, because this will change your business immediately starting tomorrow if you get what I'm saying. Okay, it'll immediately change things for you. Now, some of you don't need to change, okay, but some of you do. Okay, so let's see. All righty. All right, can everyone see that okay? Those are the numbers, okay? So when we're going through the money part of this, the example I'm going to use is obviously our collagen with Protandim, okay? The Healthy Glow Stack. And the number I'm talking about here that I'm going to be making reference to is this number down here, where if we're a consultant, we can be earning $22 on all our subscriptions. Okay, where's the $22 come from? A subscriber is paying $197 and a consultant is paying $175, and the difference between $197 and $175 is $22. Okay, that's where that comes from. Real simple. Now, what I want to go through and get you to really start to appreciate is the UN2, which is coming up on the next slide. Okay, the UN2, but I want to go through this first. I want you to get accustomed to the 4, 8, 14, and 28 that you see on the left side, because that's how many customers on the Glow Stack that it takes to get the additional bonus. Okay, so the additional bonus and the $22. Okay, so when we have 4 customers, we're entitled to an extra $7, so that 22 becomes $29. Okay, so if you do the math, 4 times 29 is what? I want you to write this down, okay? And as I do this, take some screenshots. But 4 times 29, if you say 4 times 30 is 120 minus 4, it's $116. So you are earning $116. It means you're getting your collagen for free. Okay, if 4 people are on subscription and you become an Onyx. Now, with 8 people on subscription, if you become, and that makes you an Emerald, and I'm using the 500 points, I'm using the 1,000 points, I'm using 2,000 and 4,000. So I'm not going $9.99, $199. I'm not doing that, because at 500 you get paid, at 1,000 you get paid, at 2,000 you get paid, and at 4,000 you get paid. So we don't need the rest of that in there. So as an Emerald with 8 customers, you're picking up $14. Okay, on top of the 22, that's 36. Okay, so what's 8 times 36? Okay, I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me. Let me just grab that. So 8 times the 36 is 288. So just by getting 4 more customers, you don't quite triple your pay, but you 2.5 times your pay. How does that happen? Well, when you were only getting $7 extra because you had 4, now you're getting $14 extra, but on all of it. Folks, you got to understand that on all of it. Okay, so the 14, you're no longer getting the 7 on the first 4, you're getting 14 on the 8. When you go and get 14 total on subscription, that's an extra $21 plus the 22. So now we're looking at 43 per subscription times 14. That's $602. So we got 116, we got 288, we got 602, and we all know the number for 40. 28 on subscription, Glow Pack. That's $28. It's funny, 28 customers equals an extra 28 in a bonus. You add the 28 and the 22, and there's your 50. Okay, so you're making the $1,200. Now, this is what I want to share with you. This is what we were originally. This is what we were originally looking at as a slide. And, you know, the 3-in-1 means 3 customers and 1 consultant. Okay. And then U-in-2 means you become diamond and then get 2 others, you know, let's say, you know, from your 28 customers, get 2 others to also become diamond. And when you do that, you're making $1,200 plus $800, you're making $2,000 a month. Well, to me, in looking at that, it means, okay, you become a diamond first, and then you develop 2 other diamonds. That's kind of how I see that. And I have a lot of experience in this business. That is not how it's supposed to be. Okay, that's wrong. Now, some of us started as Emerald and Sapphire and Diamond almost immediately when Evolve happened, because all our existing customers became, you know, went into the new compensation plan. So some of that happened quick, but here's what I want you focusing on. This is how it should be done. Okay. U-in-2 starts on day 1. So what do I mean? The minute that you get into, you know, this business, you're looking for your 2 consultants. Okay. You're looking for them. Okay. The minute they get involved. And as you're working your way to Onyx, you're helping them work their way to Onyx. So as and if you look down at the green numbers here, that's where I got the 116, 288, 602, and 1200. That's where it is. So there's no waiting in this business, folks. There's no waiting. Screenshot this page. Okay. As you are getting your customers, you are looking for your consultants. Okay. Maybe you become Onyx before you get your 2 consultants. Maybe you become Emerald before you get the 2, but that should be about as far as it goes. Okay. You should have your 2 consultants by the time you hit Emerald, or you're between Emerald and Sapphire. They should be there. Okay. And I don't mean 2 consultants. I'm not talking about 2 that just sign up to get a better price. I'm talking about 2 that want to become Onyx and Emerald and Sapphire and Diamond as you do. Okay. That are willing to start. And we make it too complicated. We're making it too hard. Okay. U-in-2 is the simplest formula you'll ever see, and it starts on day 1. Now think about this. You help your people get to Onyx and they're making $116. Now their product is free. Okay. It's free. When are they going to stop taking something that's free? Well, never. Okay. Emerald, they're on a plus. Okay. They're running positive. Obviously, Sapphire, they're running big positive, and Diamond, even bigger positive. But for you, Diamond isn't 1,200. If it's U-in-2, then Diamond is at least 2,000 a month or 24,000 a year. So This is the key to this, folks, is starting this. And like I said, if you use this slide to just show people, if you use this and stick it on your bathroom mirror and look at it every day, we're not waiting until we get somewhere as far as a gem rank. We want to get to diamond quick. And I'm going to tell you, if you're not a diamond, in this business in 6 months or so, shame on you, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And unlike a lot of bonuses, it doesn't roll up to the upline who is entitled to that gemstone rank. In other words, if I sponsored Dr. Goodman, okay, and I'm a diamond and he's a sapphire, okay, I don't get the extra 10%, okay, that he's leaving behind, or 5%, whatever it is. In a lot of plans, that rolls up to the next person that's kind of qualified to get it. In our program, it doesn't. It gets used towards incentive trips and things like that. Okay, the money gets applied somewhere else. That you don't need to know all that, but that's the difference. It's not rolling up. Okay, so you are leaving money on the table by not being a diamond. You're leaving money on the table at any other rank, but we all start when we start and we work our way up, but we have to be enrolling, folks. Okay. The one message I want you to take away from tonight with the UN2 starts on day one is it starts on day one. And there's nothing in this business that you need to worry about doing other than enrolling. You need to be sharing what you have with everybody you meet, and every name that you got in your phone, and every friend that you got on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is. Okay. This business is about enrolling. Okay. And last week we acknowledged, Catalina for making the Rise Retreat, for Kenneth for making the Rise Retreat. April and I made it to South Africa. All of those happened because we focus on enrolling, and not just customers. Enrolling customers and either helping them convert to consultant, or we're sharing the business with people and, they make a decision to get involved as a consultant. Okay. Now, a lot of people ask, okay, is there a ratio? There kind of is. Okay. It's, I'm going to say the company says get 3 customers to every 1 consultant. That's not the ratio though, but that's a good goal to set. The ratio is probably 6 customers and 1 consultant. It's probably something like that. But 3 and 1 is a good goal to have. But here's the message that I want you to understand, and it's important that you're sharing this. You do not need to focus on tracks. You do not need to focus on the fast start bonuses. Everything in this business happens simultaneously if you're enrolling and helping your new enrollants become good enrollers. Okay, everything happens. And you don't have to sweat it. You don't have to worry about it. It ain't about tracks. It ain't about fast starts. It's about enrollments. Okay. And enrollments happen faster when you earn money. Okay. What do you think? Remember, I was talking to you about the girl that waited on us in the restaurant. She was very, very, very excited about this new beer that she liked. Okay. And she was glowing about it. She was excited about it. And it was all over her face. Okay. It was as sincere as the day is long. Let me ask you something. If you get new people involved in the business, new consultants, and they start earning money right away, it don't need to be thousands of dollars, folks. We tend to think it does. It doesn't. It needs to be earning money fast. And that could be $50, $100, $200, because you know what it does. And we forget this. And I'm going to talk about it a lot over the next 3, 4, 5 months. We forget that the missing link in this business, it begins with you sharing what you have. Then they get started, maybe as a customer and then convert to a consultant, but they get started. When a consultant gets started, okay, they are hopeful that something good will happen. The product worked for them. Now they're in the business. Okay, what completes the circle? What completes it? Okay, the circle is completed when they get that email from Hyperwallet that says you have earned money. Okay, that is the circle being completed. So when we bring somebody into the business, our most important goal is for them to get that Hyperwallet link on the Friday. It always comes out on Friday saying you have earned money. How would you like to be paid? You want a virtual credit card? You want to put it in the bank? You want to leave it in Hyper? How do you want it? That is what I mean by earn money fast. Show them it works. Close the circle. Enrolling earns all bonuses and all trips. Okay. You don't have to focus on tracks, fast start. You don't have to focus on ranks. Okay. You have to focus on, are you enrolling both customers and consultants? And are you helping your consultants do the same? You know, I want to play something for you. I keep thinking, you know, we were on an executive call the other day. I want you to hear the enthusiasm. You'll probably recognize the voice. I'll tell you who it is if you don't know who it is. But let me just pull this up. See if you can tell me who this is. You ready? It's just going to be vocal. 1 second.
Hey, brother and sister, what freaking badasses you guys are. Massive, massive congratulations. And I know you probably heard me, but I can't even express to you how absolutely beautiful this place looks like. It looks like just heaven on earth. So I'm so excited to go on this trip with you because, you know, I don't miss trips. But anyway, congrats, guys. I'm so, so happy for you.
Now,
hey, brother and sister, what freaking badasses you guys are.
Now, obviously, that's Tara Wilson. Okay, you've seen her on stage. Tara Wilson. I have to get used to saying her first name right. You know, when you hear someone's name for the first time and you get it in your head, it stays in your head. Well, that was Tara, and she had done an executive training for us on Friday. We had our corporate executive training monthly call, and that was the first time they officially announced us on South Africa. And that was a message that came from Tara later. But can you hear the sincere excitement in her voice? There wasn't a fake word in what she said, you know. And we had the good fortune of spending a week with Tara in Europe when we rolled out the hair care system a couple of years ago. And that's how we got so close. Okay. We spent a week together. But I'm telling you, folks, this is the way to go. Okay. You look at this again, you know, get a screenshot and of this, okay, and get used to it. And when you're a new person, you're already in. So today is day one. Okay, you're in. Tomorrow morning is day one. This is how we need to present this to our people. We need to get them to close the circle fast. So they get that email from Hyperwallet saying you've earned money. That circle has been completed. And then they start at $116 and they go to $288 and they go to $602 and they go to $1,200 and then away we go. Okay. And as you do this, you will qualify for all trips. You will qualify for anything the company is doing. This is the model, okay, that makes it work. Now, I'll tell you a secret. I thought April was going to tell you, but can you guys see me now? I'm back. Okay. On Friday, they leaked that July 20th, they will be announcing a new incentive trip for everybody. Okay. Well, April says that was a maybe. I'm going to speak it into existence because that's how I am. Okay. They should have done it in Nashville and they didn't, and they bought themselves a few more months, okay? But you know right now that when they do, it's going to be based on enrolling, folks. So start enrolling, okay? Get in the habit of it. Get in the habit of teaching this, and this will get you on these trips, okay? Now, Tara was obviously talking about South Africa. She was sitting on a plane with somebody the other day, flying back from wherever she was, and the guy on the plane had been to the same resort, the same place in Cape Town, and on the same safari. This guy, she said, was, if he wasn't a billionaire, he was close. And he said it was the greatest trip he'd ever been on in his life. So that's what got Tara kind of squealing. But I'll tell you this, we've been to Croatia, we've been to different parts of Mexico, we've been to Ireland, we've been all over Europe on the company's dime, and they don't do a bad trip. Okay, they do not do a bad trip. And you want to go, and you want your teammates to go. And the person that wins in this business is the person that goes and brings the most teammates with them. Okay, that is, it's not just getting on there. You want to take your teammates with you. And the one thing the company always does with these incentive trips, for all of us veterans out there, they base it on a brand new person who is just getting started in the business. They don't base it on a veteran. They base it on a brand new person getting in. So we got a month, 5 weeks, whatever head start before they announce it. Okay, maybe about a month and a half. And you know, if they don't announce it, then just say Bobby lied. Okay, I'll get over it, you know. But this was from corporate, okay, is all I'm saying. So corporate is smart enough, or dumb, whatever, that they have to know when they say something like that to 100 of its leaders, that those leaders are going out to their teams and telling them. There's no way in this business that they think 100 people are going to keep secret. It's just not a chance. So anyway, that's what we are expecting, and hopefully that'll be you know, a really cool bucket list kind of place that we all want to go and have fun and hang out. But what do you think? Do you think the UN2 can work for you if you present it that way? Is that not simple? Isn't that easier than worrying about what tracks I got to do and looking up this and checking out that and all these different things? Okay, I'm all for all of it, but my message is it all happens if we do just one thing. We only got to focus on the one thing. Onyx, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, starting right away, and we don't wait till we're diamond. The day we start is the day we share, okay? And that's what the UN2 has got to be about, okay? You know, April, that's what we got to do for Rachel's team.
Yeah.
We'll do the same. Rachel, if you want to make note of this, we were supposed to train Team Heart last week, and we went to the Rolling Stones concert. So we've had some fun the last week, and they were great, man. I know they're in their 80s, folks, but if they're ever in your backyard, go see them, because Jagger is still Jagger. Okay, he still moves like he's in his 30s and he's in his 80s now. It was fabulous. But we were supposed to do a training for Rachel's team last week, but it'll be on the 17th now. Okay, so a week from tomorrow. And then a week after that is our team launch, our opportunity Zoom, that following Monday. So we'll have all our Sundays, but if you want to tune into the training we're doing for Rachel, we'll send that link out as soon as she gives it to us. But any comments, any questions? You guys good? Was that helpful? Simple cells, man. I'm telling you, folks, we got to dummy this down. Okay, really, we dummy it down. And when that notification comes that you've earned money, I'm telling you, their light bulb goes insane. They go from very dimly lit to very brightly lit. It's like you hit the dimmer switch on the wall, you know, and all of a sudden the spotlight comes on. That's what happens. And we got to make that happen fast, not slow. So that's the tip for tonight. You're gonna hear a lot about this in the last couple months because the next couple months, I mean, because I really think that it's the right message and the slides, the way they are, make us wait until we're diamond, and not everybody's diamond, but everybody can get 4 and be Onyx and be on their way. And that's got to be the message. So you guys good? Any questions? You can unmute if you have any questions or if you have a comment.
I just wanted to say something.
Go ahead, Kat.
You know, a lot of people have this mentality that, you know, I have to have something in order to do something and be someone. But actually, you have to be that person to do the thing and have that whatever result. So if you think yourself as a diamond already,
You are.
that you are a diamond, exactly, you are a diamond, and then you're going to do the things that a diamond does, and you're going to have the results that a diamond has. So be, do, have, not have, do, be.
You got to envision it, and if you envision it, it's real. It's like all of you doctors. When you're going through college and then med school, you saw yourself as a doctor, okay? You weren't there yet, but you didn't torture yourself with all of that and not see yourself one, okay? There's no way. What do you think a pro athlete, when they're 8, 10 years old and they're swinging for the fences, they see themselves in the major leagues? Okay, so you're absolutely right, Catalina. That is the key, okay? But in this business, we need to start faster. We cannot wait until we think we know it all. We know enough the day we said yes to the business. We know enough. We know enough because we used the product and it worked. Okay, that's all the knowledge you need. It was good enough for you to do it, and you know the product worked, and that's all you need to share with other people. If it was good enough for you, it certainly is good enough for them. And that's the simple message. And if we keep it that way, folks, your business will explode, and you will be doing a solid for your new people by not complicating it with them with all these different bonuses and tracks and stuff. You know what'll happen with the tracks? They'll earn it. They'll get an email saying, pick out a gift card. How excited do you think they will get when that email shows up and says, now you can follow and see if they're on track to earn a track? There's nothing wrong with that. As a leader, you should be monitoring your whole team. Okay, but to get focused on something that doesn't move in rank, that doesn't change your pay, that is only a gift card, no, folks, that ain't it, okay? The gift card's great, but the U and 2 is the it. Okay, why? It starts paying you immediately. And you do a couple of them and you earn a track and then you get a gift card, okay? So let's do the work that pays. Sound good? Anyone else? We're finalizing details, folks, for Chicago. We're going to be out there July 13, 14. We're not sure exactly where and what the time, what the times are, but there'll be 2 events out there. So we're going for a whole weekend. It'll be Friday through Sunday. So anyway, just giving you a heads up. Mark that on your calendar in case you know people there, okay? All right, I'll let you go. If you anything comes up, you know how to reach us. Back to my hotel room.
Thanks. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.